Funny how when the inflation isn't quite as bad recently as it was for the past, 5 to 10 years, all of a sudden politicians and the government is saying, oh, look, we can print more money now. We can print more money now. Look, if other people can print more of what you have and they can literally devalue your monetary status, what they're doing is they're robbing from you. And the more I study Bitcoin, the more that I see how much of a psychedelic it is for finance when it comes to understanding the ways in which money works, because Bitcoin changes how I think about time and money. And the fiat system that I see that we've accumulated and that we have is just, it's a ticking time bomb. And sure, there's going to be some form of utility for it in the near future because you kind of have to have it for the time being in order to get by with this life. But for the long term, are you kidding me? This is so bizarre to believe that the way out is to get even more in debt. We're already, what, $38 trillion in debt in the United States. And even if gold, silver, and all these other precious metals all added up, I don't think it would be even enough with the $1 trillion cap that they have, because gold has like a $28 trillion cap, and like the combined precious metals, they have trillions of dollars worth of that cap as well, but it still wouldn't be enough to pay off the debt. And even if we did pay off the debt, what would we own? Well, we would maybe own land, perhaps, but can you really own land? I mean, this is something that I don't think that many people have truly thought through. And I'm to the point now to where I'm not even worried about trying to talk to women about this. I don't care for women to understand this. They don't need to understand this. They just need to know that I'm going to be working on this. Like the women in my life, let's say this, right? The women in my life, all they need to know is that I've got it taken care of. I've got it taken care of. There's nothing that you need to do here. There's nothing that you can add to the situation. The only thing that you need to stop adding is credit cards. Women have 80% of the credit card debt in the United States, and they are only getting about 45% of the wealth that the United States has. Okay, think about that for a second. And I know the first thing a lot of women will say would be, oh, well, we need to increase that 45% to make it even. Okay, but you didn't hear the 80% debt. Women don't have an understanding, generally speaking, because there are women that absolutely do have an understanding. But majority of the time, women do not have an understanding of how finances actually work. And so they just need to go do their thing. And when the time comes, they can come sit on daddy's lap and we can work things out the way that we need to. But until that point, go play with your toys, go over there, have a good time. Daddy's going to figure this out, and daddy's going to make sure that we're not going to be working for people that are literally sucking our souls away, and these energetic vampires that are harvesting our energy. I was thinking about this today, right? You can't really, in the Bitcoin system, you can't really hijack energy unless I've heard about these quantum computers and all that and how that's possible, but I don't know how far away we are from that truly. And I think that if you have your stuff in cold storage, that's going to be enough and suffice for the time being. But I just don't understand how so many people are not seeing this anymore. Like, I've talked to people a lot in the past week. I've brought it up to people in my physical community. I just asked them, what do you know about Bitcoin? Just to see what they know about it, just to see if they have any recollection or understanding. And they'll say, oh, not a lot. And then they'll go on to talk about how terrible it is. And it's like, well, then, do you really know what it is? Because do you know what it's capable of? Because sure, it has the potential to create a lot more problems than it solves. But guess what? Do you see a better option? Do you see a better option with this? Okay, we have so much debt in our society. We have so much credit card debt. We have so much student loan debt. We have all these things. It's not set up for anything to get close to God with. We're all just dilly-dallying around, hoping to have something land. And I'm just to the point now to where, I mean, we need to repeal the 19th Amendment and we need to let men figure this out because that's what we do best. And I'm not like a hater of women. I love women. I love women. But we tried to listen to women about finance. We tried to listen to women about these things. And some of them have great things to say, no doubt. But for the majority parts of it, they're just repeating things they've already heard from other men. So do they actually know what's going on? I don't know. And when it comes to Bitcoin, I think that because it's mathematically sound and spiritually sound, it's so much easier to understand for us men. It's so much easier to understand because we don't have to wonder. We don't have to trust anything or just take somebody's word for it. We can actually do the math and verify. And I think that's the most beautiful thing. And that's the main takeaway that I'm taking from learning about Bitcoin is you don't have to trust it. You can just verify it.